All right, all right. I know you guys heard the storyline already. Kellen Moore supposed to be viewed upon with the Cowboys organization as the next upcoming all-star hotshot offensive coordinator / coach down the line, like head coach, by the way. So the Eagles are looking at this situation saying to themselves, how can we get some of that? And they're saying to themselves, let's get some of that. So they seeking to interview Kellen Moore for the head coaching position over there in Eagles land. Now, the craziest thing of it all, just a couple of weeks ago, maybe last year as well, that he was trashed, right, from the Eagles organization. They was looking at it like, oh, man, y'all got a trashy offensive coordinator. I look at it like this. I agree with Michael. Michael Irvin was on 105.3 The Fan, and he said, man, with Kellen Moore, I would rather for him to go to the Eagles opposed to the Eagles going out there grabbing an Eric Bieniemy, going out there grabbing a Robert Saleh, or going out there grabbing anybody else that's hot right now.
That's big. Now, there's some people I'm worried about. I think I'd rather Philly hire Kellen Moore than really go and get somebody else like Eric Bieniemy off that Andy Reid staff, to be honest with you. I'd rather them hire Kellen Moore instead of him.
And I agree with the playmaker. It's hard to disagree with that. But when we look at the total picture, what are the Eagles? What are they trying to really do over there, right? I heard, did they bring in Eric Bieniemy? Did they bring in anybody else that with name or what have you? I know that they probably looked at Robert Saleh, right? And we know that Urban Meyer, may he do a wonderful job over there in Jacksonville land, because I heard that they're finna close out on a deal with him. And I'll be really looking into that, right? Seeing how he will elevate that organization, or will he fall right on his face with that? Now, coaching staff and coaching journey and coaching is always a crazy, crazy animal as it relates to the NFL, because there are so many moving parts, right? A coach got to allow himself, and the team and the organization got to allow time for development of staff, going out there for the coaches to pick out the right staff. There's a lot of nuances that goes into play with coaching. And on top of that, of course, the organization environment plays a major role, right? Do you have the patience? And one thing I can tell everybody, the Eagles, they don't have the patience to sit back and watch a coach develop. They don't have that. They don't have that at all. The last coach that developed over there was Andy Reid, and every year they were trying to get rid of him. And he was winning games. He was winning games for them. I digress. I just look at this whole situation and say it's much to do about nothing. I think the Eagles are trolling. I think the Eagles are trying to figure out how they can get under the skin of the Dallas Cowboys, maybe the owner, maybe allow Jerry Jones to pay more money for Kellen Moore, maybe lock him into a longer contract or a deal or something like that. Or this could be everything, right? No, man. Also, there's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. Let me repeat, there's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. So a lot of times NFL teams, they kind of blame it on the players, right? They say, well, we don't have this money, we don't have that money to hire said player. You got all of the money in the world, owners, to hire the best of the best coaches. So never look at it like, okay, we're going to sit back and we don't have no money to hire said. Look, they got all of the money in the world, right? Let me know if I'm lying. To hire the best of the best. And that's on the Dallas Cowboys side as well as the Eagles. I don't want to hear this, oh, we got to get this guy, we got to get that guy because we don't have any money or we don't have the resources. You got all of the resources in the world. And as fans, we look at it like, okay, we watch this team and we watch our teams and we watch that team and we can see that the coaching matters, right? And we absolutely know that the owners, well, some people know that the owners, they hold the magical piece. Now, I do understand that drafting and developing players and also looking into the free agency plays a major role. But I would like to see more of this. I would like to see more of teams looking back, sitting back, saying, okay, how can we better our bottom line? Oh, that coach over there, let me go grab that coach. Let me interview that coach, right? I would like to see more of that. That's the art of competition. Now, think about this. Whatever coach that goes over there to Eagles land, they got to deal with Carson Wentz versus Jalen Hurts. Just the reality of it. A third of their locker room all down for Jalen Hurts. Maybe the other part of it like, nah, we really want the Carson Wentz guy back. And then you got to understand what the hell you're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. Now, from the Cowboys land, we have no longitude nor latitude to laugh and key with that type of situation because we're not in the best of shape over here. Right? It's like the pot calling the kettle black, for crying out loud. We got our issues and our warts and things like that. But it's good to just look at those Eagles. Talk about that Super Bowl that they won in 2017 or what have you. And saying, well, the last time the Cowboys won anything was in the 90s. You got to watch it on a VHS tape and all of this stuff, right? And we're sitting back saying, okay, yeah, we see our problems. Jerry, Wayne, Jones, right? And we had, good old Jason Garrett for north of 9 to 10 years here, right? And we had a coach that was developing and learning and these sorts of things for us to ultimately go get a coach after Jason Garrett who have not coached in a year with Mike McCarthy. So hopefully Mike McCarthy got his rust out the way. We can think positive in those aspects. Those are excuses. But what are your excuses for not catching up, right? Because at the end of the life cycles, when you look at everything, yes, it's been 25 to 26 years, but lo and behold, the Eagles are still using those neck muscles to look up, not just to us, but to everybody. The Washington team. Oh, yeah, they looking up to them. Oh, the Giants, they looking up to them. Oh, by the way, they looking up to the mighty Dallas Cowboys. That's just the reality. That's the facts of everything. Been 25 to 26 years, and the Eagles have yet to catch up. That's the craziest thing. That is. And they bring up, okay, well, we won 3 world championships and these sorts. I said back when there was only 10 teams or 7 teams or 6 teams. Come on. You want a cookie for that? Keep looking up. Pass the Washington team first, and then we probably can give you guys some incitement of entertainment, right? But now they're on the pace of looking for a coach. This is all fun and game, I know, but continue to use those stomach muscles on your neck looking up because that's how long you guys been looking up, right? But here's a cookie for 2017. At least you guys spared us Tom Brady winning another Super Bowl because he would have had more than 7. He would have had 7 or 8 Super Bowls by now, right? If he would have won that one, and of course, if he would have won the multiple Super Bowls when they played against the Giants or what have you. So the NFC East, y'all doing y'all job of holding back Tom Brady, but that's the story of a whole different day, right? So look at everything. Shout out to the Eagles for looking for a coach. I think that there's still the storyline is much to do about nothing. I agree with the playmaker, Michael Irvin. If they hire, he would rather for it be Kellen Moore opposed to Eric Bieniemy and beyond. Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts down below. And Eagles fans, post me your thoughts. I want to know what you guys would really like Kellen Moore. And Cowboy Nation, what you guys really would like to see Kellen Moore gone. Let me know. Post that down below. And that's all the time that I have for this moment. My name is Law Nation. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.
Outstanding. Round 2.
Michael, how much, how big of a blank check does Jerry have to write to Kellen Moore, who's going to interview for the Eagles want to interview him for their head coaching vacancy?
Well, that's pretty interesting there. You know, that's pretty interesting. And Jerry will try to keep him, and honestly, and he should. I think he should. You know, and just for what you're talking about, Chop, for both reasons. You want to keep them to hold the attack together and hold some kind of continuity here with Dak and all of that. But if you can do both at the same time and keep him away from, your very your opponent right here in the same division, then that's big. That's big. Now, there's some people I'm worried about. I think I'd rather Philly hire Kellen Moore than really go and get somebody else like Eric Bieniemy off that Andy Reid staff. To be honest with you, I'd rather them hire Kellen Moore instead of him.
Excellent.